We bring you the latest updates from the Pna Newsroom. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. clearly conveyed to China his message about the plight of Filipino fishermen on the issue of the West Philippine Sea dispute. In return, Malacanang said that Chinese President Xi Jinping has agreed to find a solution and compromise to protect Filipino fishermen's livelihood and avoid misunderstanding. During his bilateral talk with Xi, Marcos discussed measures to avoid any possible mistakes or misunderstandings that could trigger a bigger problem. He said Xi promised to find a compromise and a solution that will allow Filipino fishermen to fish again in their natural fishing grounds. Marcos is also hopeful that talks about the possible joint oil exploration between China and the Philippines would soon bear fruit. He said the Chinese leader seemed to be genuinely interested in all of these issues and in moving forward to strengthen the relationship between China and the Philippines. During his historic meeting with Xi, the two leaders signed a total of 14 bilateral deals, particularly in agriculture, infrastructure, development cooperation, maritime security, and tourism. The president instructed Foreign Affairs Secretary Enrique Manalo and Philippine Ambassador to China, Jaime Flor Cruz, to pursue the subjects they had discussed, so that the effects will be felt by both the Filipinos and the Chinese.
I am very gratified for your remembrances of even my little part that I played in the opening of relations between China and the Philippines. It has now become my responsibility, but certainly my privilege, to be able to continue on that legacy, to continue to promote the friendship between China and the Philippines.
The Philippines is set to export durian and other agricultural products to China after an agreement was signed between the Philippine Department of Agriculture and the China General Administration of Customs. During his meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping, President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. said Manila and Beijing agreed to what they call the Durian Protocol. The two countries signed an agreement for the protocol of phytosanitary requirements for the export of fresh durians from the Philippines to China. The DA and the Chinese Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Affairs also signed a joint action plan for 2023 to 2025 on agriculture and fisheries cooperations. Marcos said China is opening their trade to import products from the Philippines to redress the imbalance of import and export between the two countries. Earlier, Marcos also met with Chinese Premier Li Keqiang and National Congress of the People's Republic of China Chairperson Li Shanzhu to forge a stronger partnership with China. The government is about halfway through with the deportation of unlicensed POGO foreign workers from Angeles and Pasig City. Records from the Bureau of Immigration show that 156 out of the 368 foreign nationals connected with operations of illegal POGOs in Pasig and Angeles City had been deported. Justice Secretary Jesus Crispin Remulla said these translates to a deportation implementation rate of approximately 42%. He said the Bureau is in the process of securing all necessary documents and clearances for the deportation of the remaining foreign nationals. The Department of Health warns the public against dissemination of inaccurate information on the symptoms of the Omicron XBB subvariant. The DOH reminds the public that COVID-19 generally exhibits flu-like symptoms. It urged everyone to consult a physician or to visit the nearest health facility for proper diagnosis. To help prevent the further transmission of COVID-19, the DOH encourages observing proper sanitation, masking, distancing, good ventilation, and getting vaccinated. The DOH also urged the public to get information only from legitimate sources and platforms. The DOH has intensified its surveillance amid a fresh surge of coronavirus cases in China. That's the latest and the biggest stories from the Pna Newsroom. For more news content, visit our webpage or head on to the Philippine News Agency's Facebook and Twitter accounts. We're also shown on the social media pages of the Office of the Press Secretary and Radyo Pilipinas RP1. Stay tuned for more news updates. I'm Stephanie Civiliano with Tell Stories that Inspire Change.